welcome to class 4 of our 8-part video series, Pilates for Beginners. Hopefully by now you're starting to see some progress and you're starting to become more comfortable with the moves. So keep working away, keep practicing and try and fit Pilates into your day. Even if it's only for 10 minutes, it's still progress. So let's get going on the mat. Today we're going to start on our hands and knees. So today we're going to start on our hands and knees. And we're going to bring the hands below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. And we're going to go with our pelvic tilts. Even in this 4-point position, we can still do our pelvic tilts just to mobilize and warm up our spine. So we're going to tip the pelvis forward and tuck under. So we are not doing a cat stretch. So I want you to really try and keep your rib cage steady. So with cat stretch, we move the ribs, but with our pelvic tilt, we're just moving the pelvis. So pelvis tipping forward and tipping back. Let's add some breath, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Remember the neck, we're going to keep it nice and long. We're going to push the floor away with the arms. We're going to slide the shoulder blades down the back. And we're going to keep breathing, filling in on the inhale, blowing out on the exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And let's go for one more in each direction. And we're going to find the middle position between the two and hold that. So we should be nice and level in the back. So from here we're going to go into swimming. So slide the arm and leg, opposite arm and opposite leg. Make sure you do opposites. And lift and lower. Switching sides, exhale to reach and lift. Inhale to lower. And again. So remembering we're going to try and keep our pelvis as steady as we can. And we don't want to extend our spine. So sometimes you could end up doing this, but we're going to keep our spine nice and neutral. And only lift the arm and leg as high as you can keep the middle of the body steady. Let's go for one more each side. And then we'll hold. And reach the arm and leg away from each other, little finger away from little toe. And slide your shoulders down. We'll go for a tap of the floor for 8. Keep it light. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Drawing in your tummy here to stabilize. 1. Now turn your palm in, and we're going to move the arm and leg out and in. Very slightly out. So we don't want to twist the middle of the body. We're keeping steady. Okay, let's bend the elbow, bend the knee, inhale, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. You're gonna start feeling it on the arm and leg that are on the floor. They're stabilizing, holding you up. Keep breathing. And let's just lower the hands and even the load across both hands and rotate the leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 leg lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. We're going to add a little push up here. So bend in and out. Bend your elbows, lower down, and lift. Bend, extend, lower, and lift. And bend, extend, and lower, and lift. One more. Lower, and lift, and bend the knee, flex the foot, lift up for our donkey kick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fire hydrant. So make sure the ankle and the knee are at the same level, and lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. You can really feel that in here. Bum in your hips. So let's lower down. Take a stretch here for a second and breathe. And give the wrists a little roll. And then bring yourself back up. And we're ready to go again. Okay, let's switch sides. So reach and lift. And lower back down. And reach and lift and hold. I'm going to stay there and tap the floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. Just turn your palm in and move your arm and leg slightly out to the edge of the mat, and then bring it back in. So it's a very small movement, but it's much more challenging than it looks. So it's really hard to keep steady. Your whole body wants to go with your arms and legs. And just hold it and bend the elbow and knee, and out, and in, and out. 2 more. Out, 1 more. And lower the hand, level up. Let's rotate for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leg lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend in. Send the legs straight out, and in, and straight out, and in, and out, and in, and out. We're going to add the push up. So bend the knee in, inhale. Exhale, straight out the leg. Bend the elbow, lower yourself down, inhale, and exhale. And bend, extend, lower, and lift. Bend, extend, lower, and lift. 1 more, and bend, extend, and lower, and lift. And then bend the knee, flex the foot, lifting up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so bringing it down into child pose. Just resting down towards the floor. And just take a couple of breaths here. And from here, we're going to go onto our tummies, face down. And we'll start with our leg extension. So resting the forehead on the back of the hands, feet over the corners of the mat. And let's turn the legs out to the side as much as you can. Remember, we're going to draw in the tummy a little bit here and make sure we're not pushing out as we're lifting our legs. So exhale, reach and lift. Inhale, lower. Switch sides. And lower. Lengthen and lift. Upper body nice and relaxed. Shoulders down. Let's just do 4 more here. And double leg lift. And slowly down. Exhaling up. Try not to come up too quickly. Just take your time. Build it up gradually. Let's go for 4 more. Keep those legs turned out. And down. Bringing the arms into the W position. We'll do some full breaststroke. We're going to bring the feet slightly closer together, just about hip distance. Relax those shoulders again. And we're going to reach out in front into our hover. Inhale, exhale. Lifting up, nice long line, like you're flying through the sky. And then bring it down. So remember the neck here. We don't want to bend the neck too much and have the head up too high. That's going to put a lot of strain on your neck, so keep it long. Aerodynamic. So reaching forward through the head, but reaching back through the legs at the same time. So we have this opposition in the body, and that brings us our strength and stability in the center. Let's go for 2 more. And 1 more. And then bring the arms down in front for leg kick. So wide again through the feet. And this time we're going to make sure we're lifting just the top of the pelvis off the mat. Okay, push your chest forward, slide your shoulders down. So we don't want to be rounded down here. We're going to really try and push the chest out in front. And get the feeling in your arms, almost like you're ready to jump up, straight up from here. Okay, so keep working there, pushing the chest forward. We're going to go for a point and a flex and extend. So the idea is that we keep really steady in the upper body. We don't want to be nodding our head and moving everything with us when we move our legs. And we're going to think about our core like the handbrake in the car. So we're parked on a hill and with the handbrake on, that's keeping us steady. 1 more each side. And last go. And back down. And just bring your hands flat to the floor and just bring in a little lift to push your chest forward. And hold it there for 4, 3, keep reaching the legs back. 2, 1, and lower, arms out straight for swimming prep. Let's lift left arm, right leg, and down. Steady in the center of the body. One more. Okay, we're going to do full swimming. And for some people, they find it a little bit challenging to lift both the arms and legs. So if that is you, you can work on your arms only or work on your legs only. So work on the one that's harder, don't work on the one that's easier. Okay, don't take the easy route. But if you can combine them, go for it. Let's lift off into our hover. The arms and legs are both off. Really reaching forward, really reaching back. Heads between the arms, and let's tap left foot, right arm down to the floor, or right arm, left foot, and switch, and switch, and switch. Middle of the body, hold steady, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep reaching. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Push yourself back to shell. So after all that extension, it's always really nice to bring the spine into some flexion. So we round out. And then bring yourself back up for cat stretch. And we're going to go for full cat stretch. Inhale. So, sorry, before we start, knees and feet are hip distance apart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, up we go. And then we're going to come back down to neutral, but we're going to keep going. So push the chest forward, send the tail up, and push the floor away. Take an inhale here, and then exhale all the way up. So feel that opening between your shoulder blades, really strong through the arms, and releasing down. Lift the head, lift the tail, and hold. And again, inhale, exhale all the way up. And one more round. Beautiful. Okay, and bring it back in. We're going to go into a seated position. So we're going to do some spine twist. And again, cross-legged or feet out in front if you're more comfortable, sitting on a cushion if that's helpful to you. Okay, so we'll do our spine twist with the arms out straight. And we're going to take an inhale, lifting tall. Exhale, rotate back for 3, 2, 1. Back in. So 3 exhales back. Keep lifting tall. And back in. To center. And back in. And we're going to do that again, but I just want you to focus a little bit more on moving your ribs rather than your arms. Okay, so just think of your arms as the accessory to the movement, whereas we want to really move our rib cage, because if our ribs moving, our spine is moving too. Our ribs are moving. So let's go. Inhale and exhale. Rotate the rib cage around. And go a little bit further. And a little bit further. Back to center. Feels different. Let's switch sides. And back in. Okay, from here we're going to go into saw. So we go wide through the feet and we curl our toes up to our knees. If you need to sit on your cushion, you can still stay on it, and you can also bend your knees a little bit if you've got very, very tight hamstrings and you find it hard to sit tall. But full position, the legs are out straight, the toes are curled up, we're sitting really tall, and we're going to bring our arms wide again. This time the palms are forward. Relax your shoulders down, sitting tall, rotate, and then reach your little finger by your little toe and turn your back hand up to the ceiling. And then stack the spine up tall, rebuilding, and return to center. Okay, let's go the other way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Keep it going, 4-breath pattern. One more set each side. Last round. And back in. Okay, so bringing ourselves with our feet towards the end of the mat, we're going to do a little bit more seated work and a little bit more flexion through the spine, arms out straight, and we're going to roll back. So take an inhale and then exhale, roll back behind your sit bones onto your tailbone and hold. So drop your shoulders, lift your chin, hold it there, and then exhale, bring it out and forward. So if you find that a little bit challenging, you can also bring the hands behind the thighs. So we'll do it with the hands behind the thighs for 1 or 2 goes, and then we'll extend out to arms straight. So inhale, exhale, roll back to arm's length. So you've got the support of the legs. You can use less support or more. The hands can just literally be touching there. And then bring it back out. And up tall. And let's roll back again. And then bring it up tall. Okay, so imagine your pelvis is like a basin of water, and when you're rolling back, all the water pours out through the back. That's the movement we want to feel. So let's go back again. And up. And then let's release the arms. So you can choose whichever one suits you better. If you're not feeling like doing arms away today and you need a little bit of support in the back, then bring the hands in onto the thighs. There's always an option. Okay, let's change the breath. So we move the same, but we're rolling back on the exhale and we're inhaling forward this time. Exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back, inhale forward, and exhale, and inhale forward. Fantastic. So I always move halfway down the mat when I'm doing this, so excuse me if I have to readjust. You might be moving as well, so don't be surprised if you do. So the next one, we're going to roll back, and we're going to bring the left hand behind the left leg and turn to the right. Okay, and hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Let's do the other side. So roll back, right hand behind the leg, turn to the opposite side and hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Let's go again. Use the leg. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and return. And one more. Rotate, holding on, shoulders down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. And we're going to progress that exercise a little bit more. We're not going to use the legs, but they're always there for you if you need them. So inhale, exhale, open up. Inhale it forward. Exhale, roll back and open. Inhale it forward. Exhale it back. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more, so 2 each side. Last round. And back up. Just bring the feet in a little bit closer. Hold onto the front of your shins and push your chest up. Drop your shoulders down and sit really tall. It's a really nice extension stretch into the spine after all that flexion we've just done. Okay, and then we're going to bring the feet forward, hands behind the thighs, and we're rolling right down onto the mat, slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. And let's find our full body stretch, because that's going to feel really good after all that flexion. So really reaching the arms up and down. Find that length in the body. And then bring it back in, arms down, knees bent. And we're going to imprint the spine. So we're going to roll the pelvis back, drop the ribs down, and we're going to bring the arms out straight. Because we're imprinted, we're ready to lift the legs off the floor. So for now, we're going to leave our heads down. We're going to just work on legs and leg positioning for this move, single leg stretch. So we're going to bend the right knee, extend the left, and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay? And then just lower your legs down. So for this exercise, a lot of people focus on pulling the knee in. but I want you to think a little bit more about reaching the leg away. Okay, the knee in is easy. The leg away is harder. We're going to lengthen our leg, really send it away, going for a long line each time. So we're going to do that again, and we're going to lift our head off. And that's totally optional. If you find it's too much pressure to have your neck off the floor and the head off the floor, then leave the head down. So we're coming up, ab prep, chin nod, exhale off. We're going to bend one knee and extend the other. And we're going to put our same side hand beside our ankle and our opposite side hand inside our knee. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. So it'll naturally feel okay to go into this position, and then we'll switch. Exhale. Now, it's a little bit easier to send your legs higher, and it's definitely more challenging to go lower. So I would advise, if you're a beginner, to keep it higher and even leave the head on the floor. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and back in. Lower the head down and hug your knees into your chest, gently rocking. And we're going to build a little bit more on top of that exercise, and we're going to do an oblique leg stretch. So the leg stretch part is the same. The knees bend and extend. And the upper body, we're going to do the upper body part with the legs down first. So we did it a little bit earlier in the series, but we're going to recap. So we're up in our ab prep and we're turning. So that's obliques. Now we're going to do obliques leg stretch. So it's a combination of the two. Let's imprint. So roll the pelvis back, drop the ribs down, lift one leg up at a time. Hands behind the head, elbows wide. Let's ab prep off. And we're going to extend one leg and bend the other. So we're turning to the knee, we're bending. Turn to the knee, look at it. Switch sides. Switch. Remember, long leg. Keep reaching, keep going, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back in. Heads down first, legs down second. We're going to drop those knees out to the side. And just push the top knee down and rotate away and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back into center. Switching sides. Knee down, rotate away. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's come up into a seated position. And we're going to just bring the legs apart. We're going to touch the sole of one foot off the other thigh and sit nice and tall. We're going to do a little stretch here, mermaid stretch. So side bend over the back leg and then the other side. Staying tall, keep your chin off your chest. So we're going to add a little lift if you feel okay to do it. We're going to try it out. So when we come over to the side, we're going to put the hand down and push up onto your knees and reach over. And lower it down. And up and over. And lower. And up and over. And bring it back down. Let's switch sides. So some people will find it difficult to have their knees apart in this position, so you can always put your knees together. Okay, you won't be able to move as far, but you'll still get a nice bit of movement in. Okay, and otherwise, if you're able to split the legs, we'll bring the foot in against the thigh, the other foot's behind you, so that's the back foot. We'll go over the back foot first, and then we'll come to the other side and side bend. Open up. The whole side of the body opens up into the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more. And we're going to lift on the next one. Let's go up and over. Push the hips forward, reaching. And lower it down. right up and over. And let's just do one more. And right up and over. Bring it back in. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. See you next time on the mat.